everybody. Welcome back to the Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13 live webcast launch party. We're about to show off the new Kinect feature in Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. Be sure to like us on Facebook if you haven't already done so. That's facebook.com/Tiger Woods PGA Tour. Click that like button if you haven't done so. Also, if you want to ask us questions on Twitter, you can do so with the hashtag Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. So ask away on there. Also, I'm checking the chat here on live stream. And be sure to send us your questions. We're already getting a bunch here, Mike.
Yeah.
But Mike's about to show us features. And this is the game that you were already playing. You just switched the controls over to Kinect.
Exactly. This is the same hole that I was on with the controller. All you do is go to gameplay settings and pick your controller type. Obviously, if you're in the front end, if you're in the screens, you just you raise your hand and the Kinect takes over from there. But if you happen to be playing with a controller and you want to switch on the fly to Kinect, you can totally do that. Another cool little element in there, I think probably thanks to EB and Jose, is that if you're playing with your controller on the Kinect and you want to issue the voice commands just straight up, you can issue any of the voice commands, which we'll get into voice commands in a minute. So, very cool. Are we ready to take it away?
Ready to see it.
All right, so when you play with the Kinect, you know, first thing you probably want to do is take a swing. It's the first thing that I want to do. So, all you have to do is really just stand in front of the Kinect, take your normal address stance. And the cool thing about Kinect is that you're not going to be getting away with taking these one-arm swings and sitting on your couch and taking a swing. So you physically have to stand here and take a golf swing, which is really cool. So you're going to take your swing, and now you can spin it, right? Just like in real life, or in real life in our game. And to do that, all you have to do is reach out, close your hand. I didn't do it quick enough, so shame on me.
Reach out, close your hand, and
then drag it to the direction that you want to spin. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's really, you just put it out there and close your hand, and then it activates the spin control. So all of our in-game, front end, all of the UI screens work exactly the same. You hold your hand out to move this cursor up and down. It's a really easy, straightforward system to use. If you've never used Kinect before in your entire life, it might take you 5, 10, 15 minutes to kind of get a hold of where the little sweet spots are, but really it's very sort of fire and forget. You will swipe with your right hand to make a selection, and here's a similar mechanic to the spin control. What we do for aiming is you reach out and then close your hand. That activates aim. You'll see the state kind of change. When I open it back up, it goes back to like a darkened sort of border on the screen, and when I close my hand, it turns green. And then really, you just drag the aimer up, down, wherever you want it. You'll find the little sensitivity. You'll find the right touch for it. Then to back out, just swipe with your left hand, go to address, take your putt. Get in there.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
And you can just yell out view replay. And
you can. Anything that you see on the screen that has quotation marks around it, you can tell the Kinect to do it, and it's gonna take that command and do it in game.
All right, I have a question here from Sailing Jimmy. He says, I want to know, Mike, in your Kinect videos you had a tempo meter in the corner, but on the demo and the season ticket version there is no tempo meter in the bottom left corner. Is that in the disc version?
Not in the disc version, no. So that was something that we were playing around with as we were developing the game, some sort of tempo meter for the Kinect. But you know, really at the end of the day, when it came to Kinect, we just figured less is more, right? So, you know how hard you're swinging the club. You know whether you're off plane or you're not on plane. So we actually took the backswing meter off as well. What I will show you here is that when you go to address, let's come back out of address for a second, come back in. When you're at address and you're swinging the club off plane, you'll notice that it's still going to draw that streak off the club. So you'll know whether you're on or you're off. Now, on Pro, which we're on right now, it's not that big of a deal. We've made it a lot easier for people on the Pro difficulty level just so that they can get their feet wet with Kinect and have a good experience. But once you start ratcheting up to pro and definitely on tournament, it starts to get feeling like real golf real fast.
Now, do you find it easier to hold something when you're playing on the harder difficulty levels?
Most definitely, yeah. That's just me though, because I'm not the best golf. I don't have the best muscle memory for my golf swing.
Okay.
You know, when you watch Tiger play this, even on tournament, you know, he steps up, he takes his what looks like the best golf swing you've ever seen. But you know, when it's just us, you know, here we walk up here, you know, and we do one of these. So yeah, of course, it's a lot easier to get your body in the right frame of mind and in the right positions when you're actually holding something where that's like a weighted shaft or a real club. But it's definitely not necessary, even if it's just a chopped off broom handle.
It's obviously going to depend on your living room at home. Not everyone has the ceiling of height to be able to swing a full club.
Yeah. Another cool thing about the Kinect is some of the sort of these sort of mechanics that we've added, like putting your hand up to your eyes to zoom out. We talked about the see it, say it. So if you want to go back to the home state, you just say back, back, and it comes back. Sometimes you have to yell at it.
And the 60-degree sandwich for Tiger.
We try to keep all the gestures, relevant to golf.
Okay.
So if you were on the tee and you wanted to look out, naturally you'd kind of shield your eyes. That's what you do in the game. If you want to crouch down, if you want to get a view of your lie, you physically, you literally crouch down, which Mike can show you here on the green.
Take a stab at that here.
Okay, we've got another couple of questions here. If you want to take a stab at these, can you use your Kinect while creating your golfer?
I don't believe that you can.
Seems like something you would want.
You have to pick up the controller, don't you?
Yeah, there's very few sections of the game where you can't use Kinect, and creating a golfer is one of those.
It seems like that would be a place where you'd want a little more precision.
Yes.
That was the idea. It's
We
kind
did
of
that to help people not go insane. So
it's a little tedious. There's a lot of steps to creating your golfer,
Right.
Moving sliders and adjusting. So we just thought it would be best to kind of gate that off and say that's a controller-only section.
Okay.
But it's really only something you do once.
Yeah.
Once you created your golfer, you're not going in there and editing your golfer very often. So for most people, you'll be able to use Kinect, for the majority of the game.
we did this for your own sanity, people. Trust me.
The other question was, can I use a real club while playing with Kinect? The answer, yes, but you don't have to.
Yeah,
So,
if there was room here, honestly, I would take that driver and give it a good swing, but
You might take out some of the
it might
ceiling
not be a
tiles.
good prize after that.
You can grab the putter and putter.
Oh, that's true. Let's grab the putter and putt.
There you go.
A lot of times, since my cube, there's a lot of space, I will, I'll grab like a pitching wedge or something, and I'll play Kinect with taking normal swings with the golf club. I'll tell you what, you will get a little tired. And when I made this approach shot here, I don't know, I caught myself doing it because this is how I normally play on pro, but like I took a little tiny swing and I didn't really put much on it. In tournament, that ball would have gone about 10 feet. So in pro, you really have to bring your what would be your normal. Let's aim this one so I don't miss another putt here. Aim shot. So normally, you don't normally have to yell at the Kinect for see it, say it. I was just making a bit of a joke there, but.
Oh.
What is that? Got all nervous. It is Augusta after all.
Gus is no
So
joke.
yeah, it's really cool to play with a real club. Obviously not necessary. You don't want your wife getting angry at you when you break the china cabinet, but
I think anyone could probably use a putter if they want to.
Sure.
You're not going to
Yeah.
be taking out the.
it's awkward to take a full swing with this thing. But
Sure.
yeah, you can definitely use a putter. A short club like a pitching wedge or a sand wedge is really fun too, because you really don't need that much room.
Okay, now on this second hole, show us how you change clubs and stuff like that, and how you adjust
Well,
that.
you can
kind of
you
thing.
can do it just here with your hands, just like you would normally select anything. You can go up to here to the change club icon, and then switch to the right, and then navigate. Or so say I wanted to hit, a 3-wood here. You would just say, change club 3-wood. then all of a sudden you see it has changed down there at the bottom. I'm probably going to overshoot this one, so let's take a look. You can do this mechanic here with the hand over the eyes. Zoom back. Or you can just say zoom in, and it'll zoom in. Zoom in. Doesn't like my raspy voice. All right, and then at any time, really at any time in this whole sequence, if you just put your hands down, he's going to go straight to address.
Right.
So it's really a cool mechanic. And when if you're not ready, if you want to set some up again, just bring your hands apart. But otherwise, just right here, do a nice shot.
And you can also mix and match with the controller as well. So at any time you can pick up the controller, change your club, set up your shot, and then go back and swing with Kinect.
So yeah, changing clubs, not a good idea there. But just to show you that it can be done. So we're going to go with the 5 wood like they want us to.
I feel like it should be quiet every time you're taking a shot too.
All right, let's give this one some spin. So drag it down to the bottom left. You see the arrow on the ball there? Mm-hmm. It's really the same basic mechanic as with the controller. And then I've seen some stuff on the forums where people have been complaining about the spin mechanic, and you can turn that off. The cool thing about this year's game is you can go into the settings and you can manipulate any of the settings, the preset settings that we've had in the game for years. So if you want to play on Pro and then turn it to a hard difficulty level or turn spin control off, you can make a custom difficulty level all your own. Bite. That's not a voice command. We talked about it.
Needs to make a 10-footer here.
All right, let's see here. Aim shot. All right, just give it a little bit of...
Always ask your caddy for suggestion there.
Yeah, we could do that. So that's a good point, Evie. You might notice that the caddy isn't visible on the screen this year, and while he's still in the game, we've changed his functionality a little bit. So now that the caddy has 3 states. He has what we're calling manual caddy, where he gives you suggestions on how to set your shot up, and then you manually set the shot up yourself. And then we also have automatic caddy, which is the same functionality as last year, where you see the arc getting drawn out there. So anybody who liked that you can still play with the caddy that way. And then for everybody who loved the caddy so much, there is an off setting as well, so you can turn them completely off.
Tiger for 8
I know.
double.
Don't shed a tear.
It's like a good putt.
Yes.
See, caddy, it does work. It does work, people. So, unfortunately, I hit it out of bounds. I got a double bogey. So really, that's the Kinect. It's a lot of fun. I'll tell you, there's been times where I've played a couple rounds in the game, and I've woken up the next morning. I'm like, why do my obliques hurt so much? And it's just, you're not really used to taking that many swings in the game. And honestly, when you crank it up to tournament, it really becomes a challenging experience. I think the best score in the office is an 84 at Augusta.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on tournament. So if you're looking for that golf challenge, for that experience of real golf, crank it up to tournament. Get your feet wet in Pro first. Don't just go straight to tournament and frustrate yourself. Figure out the controls with Pro first, and then gradually get there. Yeah, I would say for this whole game, that would be a rule of thumb: is just gradually get where you're going, because so much has changed that it's going to feel like a brand new game.
One guy here in the chat asks how you were able to get the delay. I guess he's saying that a lot of games he's played with Kinect, there's a delay and he doesn't feel it with Tiger.
How we were able to get rid of it?
I mean, he just says it's pretty one-to-one compared to a lot of other games that he's played.
It is very one-to-one, yeah. Honestly, the answer to that is just hard work. Jose, Eric here, who both worked on the Kinect quite a bit this year. Jose was our programmer who worked on it. Did an awesome job. Really took it as a challenge because there was a lot of people that said that a simulation golf swing couldn't be done on the Kinect. But really, we were out to prove that line of thinking wrong, and really, it's just a labor of love and hard work.
Do we want to go ahead and check out, while we're still showing off Kinect, maybe a new golfer and a new course, since we've been on Augusta here for a little bit? You can show us how to navigate the menus, too.
Sure. So,
and if you've got your Kinect-related questions, just enter them here in the chat, or you can ask them on Twitter with the hashtag Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. I'll be checking those.
To give us a good opportunity to show the front end navigation with Kinect. And honestly, the first time you put the game in the box, you're going to notice that our entire menu system, our entire screen system has changed this year. You can see it right here. And this was just in an effort to support the Kinect and to better support motion controls. In years past, we've just made motion controls sort of work with the menu systems that we've had in the game. And this year, we made a huge effort to take a big leap forward as far as menu navigation with motion controls. So let's go somewhere else, yeah? There's nobody on there that wants to see a specific course?
Yeah, let's hear your suggestions. I am seeing Ricky Fowler.
Here's another cool thing, is these courses that you see with that are sort of blacked out right here, like Predator. These are all the DLC courses, and these are part of our new course mastery system. So you see a little 0 there. That means that you have 0 rounds available at that course. But with course mastery, you can use the coins that you earn in the game to play around at any of these DLC courses. So where in years past you would have been required to pay to download the course, this year, if you play enough, and really the best way to get rounds at these courses is to join a country club, which we're going to talk about a little bit later with Christian, is to get in a country club, start boosting your coin earning potential, and unlock some rounds at these courses.
I'm seeing Ocean Course, Pebble Beach, Sawgrass, St. Andrews, Sawgrass.
Sawgrass is right here. Let's go.
Sawgrass.
Should we play with Graham McDowell, since he just...
Yeah, I think Graham McDowell, I've seen some Bubba Watson, but...
oh, he's a lefty.
Let's do Graham McDowell, since he came in second yesterday at the tournament behind Tiger Woods. So there are a total of how many golfers in this year's game?
22, I believe. Yeah.
22.
It doesn't include all the various iterations of Tiger.
Okay,
22
right.
unique.
So I also got a lot of questions doing my press tours, regarding the mini Tigers, was how far do they hit? And they don't hit very far. But the cool thing about this new pin system that we have in the game is that you can unlock, or you can collect a baby Tiger pin, or a pin for any of those Tiger models. Just apply some accuracy. That's too goodbye. And off we go. And he's gonna crush it if you get the baby Tiger boost pin.
So it basically makes him competitive with anybody else.
Yeah, it's cool.
And we also added in the red tees. So we have the forward tees now. So to shorten up the holes even more, to make it a competitive game for the for the babies.
For people who want to get hole-in-ones on the par fours like Justin.
So I have the new golfers here, in case you were wondering. There are 22 total, not including all the different iterations of Tiger. You got Ben Crane, Ross Fisher, Dustin Johnson, Hunter Mahan, and Graham McDowell. Those are the new guys this year, correct? Am I missing anyone?
Well, we do also have some pretty cool promotions with our pre-orders, where there's some footballers in the game.
Oh, yes.
And some other athletes. So
if you're a soccer/football fan.
Yeah, I think it's Wayne Rooney and a bunch of 3 other guys. Theo Walcott, and all right, the Kinect's taking over here.
Looks like Mike jumped up to the red tees here.
Oh, I did? I accidentally hit it to the red tees? All right, so Graham McDowell. All the Europeans like to play from the red tees. So Graham McDowell is actually one of the golfers that we motion captured this year, which is pretty cool. So there you go. You see his little trademark. He's got a little Arnold Palmer going on with his swing, I think.
Well, you'd like to be on the fairway here, and that one isn't.
So we also motion captured Tiger this year, which people may or may not have known. If you search for it on the internet, there's some cool behind the scenes of how we did that this year. We've got Ross Fisher. Eric did an awesome job with all the motion capture this year. Pretty much directed all the sessions, and
Bubba Watson, Ian Poulter, Molinari. It was 7 or 8 total we got. And yeah, it was really just invaluable for us, not only to get their swings in the game, but to give us that raw data. We had them do out to in swings, in to out, just when the player's off playing with their swing. Any kind of swing imaginable, from chips to pitches to flops to drives. It really was great. Just kind of interacting with those guys and just getting their involvement in the game.
Yeah, someone was asking about what's different graphically, and obviously off the top of my head, the first thing I would say is the swing animations are a ton of new.
Yeah, it's not only the swing animations. I mean, literally, every single animation in the game was either recaptured or retouched. That includes, the spectators, the post-shot reactions, everything to the walkings, the waving to the crowds. All of that was redone.
It's over 3,000 new animations. So
oh wow!
I think that people are going to notice a lot of improvement with the golfer animations. The crowds, they're going to notice a huge improvement on. I would put a brand new camera system in the game, and you're going to notice a lot better cameras, some better depth of field, and some better FOVs, some field of view on the camera. It's going to make things look a lot more realistic. So like the height of the crowd respective to the golfer and to the environment, everything's going to look a lot more realistic this year.
And then also in legacy mode, we added LUT support. So we have lookup tables to effectively change the color palettes of the game. So when you're playing with Baby Tiger, back in the late 70s, early 80s, the game will tint and visually
Change
look
the
different.
driver.
So it'll sort of have that vintage look to it in the older.
The old sepia.
Yeah, exactly.
Aim shot. Aim shot. Does not like my hoarse voice today. But the cool thing, you might just notice that as I was, as these guys were talking here.
Someone is requesting to see a crowd member get hit with the ball.
Ha! It never fails, does it? All right, well, we're here to please people, so we're gonna do that.
He said he knows it's evil, but it's one of his favorite things for whatever reason.
And actually, I'll be honest, even when it comes to that, you're gonna notice a lot of improvement, even in that functionality this year. As far as it seems like in years past, people would get through there. That's what I'm talking about. Again, not a voice command. That's just me yelling at the game. Nice.
So yes, the official voice commands will show up on the screen.
Yeah, in quotation.
Anything
So
in
view
right.
replay.
Oh, neat.
See if it caught it. It didn't catch it in time. But yeah, anything in quotations, like EB said.
And you can see even in the bottom left, the view live, the zoom in.
All right. Because we aim to please.
Someone asks, is there new courses for DLC? Are there the additional golfers available as well? So I guess he's asking, will the new celebrity golfers, like the soccer players and football players and Jeremy Roenick and stuff like that, will they be available? Or are we announcing that yet?
Change Club 3 would.
Yeah, currently they are part of pre-order packages.
Pre-order packages, okay.
But they will be available for download 45 days after release.
Okay.
Come on down here, buddy.
So there you go. If
There
you
it comes.
if you
There it
pre-order, you
comes.
will get those right away.
All right, I aim to please here, so
See if he can do this.
let's hit these poor guys here. See if we can do it here.
This is just mean.
No, it's going to go over the top, isn't it? No. Bang,
Oh.
right there, right where it counts,
Right
baby.
in the shin.
Oh, yeah, in the shin.
You gotta get your glove now.
Oh.
It's all right.
You paid a lot of money for that ticket too.
They got a souvenir. So yeah, playing with the Kinect, it's a lot of fun. Honestly, you know, as a game developer, you're always a little bit suspicious about motion controls and these things when they first come out. But honestly, the Kinect is loads of fun to play with, and really, it's the immersion of standing there and having to execute a real golf swing. While I know we're talking about the Kinect, but I also just want to take one split second to talk about the Move and give EB here some props for his tuning on the Move, because in what is I think our 3rd year on the Move, it's tons better this year, and this guy right here took the time to make it good. So if you like the Move integration this year, you can write EB a nice little private message.
We were actually getting questions about the Move, so I was about to ask that. So yes, it definitely still available to use the Move on PlayStation 3, and of course, new this year, Kinect. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to give away a game, and then we're going to have hands over there, Justin Patel, tell us how to really master the shot in Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13.
Buckle your chair.